Hi, Miss Lee.
It's so good to be here with you both. Thank you for thinking of me to interview today.
Yeah, thank you for like coming and thank you for being on time.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
So like, how does it feel to be here? Like, are you like excited?
Yes, I am super excited. I haven't been interviewed by scholars in quite some time. And I always think that it's a great thing for scholars to get to know me and for me to get to know scholars. I think the last time might have been 5 years ago when it was like a career awareness event. And I was just talking about my experience and how I got to this point. And I'm excited to be in the flesh, in the building, in school, seeing scholars. And I'm looking forward to next year where we will be able to see everyone.
Okay, okay.
So it's my understanding you founded SBAM in 2005, which was 16 years ago. I wasn't even born yet. How did you find yourself opening up our school? What was your journey like?
I was in a program called the Leadership Academy, and the former mayor, Michael Bloomberg, he started the program, the Leadership Academy, and I was accepted to the cohort. It was the second cohort of that program, and I basically went through the journey was in terms of getting prepared to be a principal. Prior to that, I had already obtained my administrative license, so I could have went out and been a principal or a supervisor without that program. However, within the program, there was an opportunity for principals, we were called aspiring principals, to develop school proposals. So I started to develop a school proposal, and I said, you know something, if I were going to create a school and submit a proposal, I wanted to be around media because in college, my majors were television, radio, film, and American Studies. So American Studies was like the liberal arts background, but television, radio, film was specifically focused on media. Truth be told, I was thinking about being an entertainment lawyer. So the entertainment lawyer side, I wanted to learn the industry, so that's why I did the television, radio, film major, and then American Studies was to give me a larger background, a wider scope. And when I had an opportunity to teach through an organization called Teach for America, I just stayed within education, and then the rest was history because I'm here today. So the journey has been quite interesting. Like I said, it wasn't specifically, I wasn't specifically looking at education, but when I got into Teach for America, I was teaching. I just love being around scholars and I love teaching. Then I went into the administrative program for the Leadership Academy. And from that, the regional superintendent at the time, that's what you call like the person that was in charge of the entire region, called me up and said, listen, I know you have a proposal that you started. What do you think about interviewing with us? And I said, absolutely. Did the interview, and later on that week, they offered me the position here at within this campus, and here we are today.
Wow, that was an it was a very interesting journey you shared with us.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like there's like a lot of people like who want to be principals, but they don't think about like having a school for media and stuff like that. I feel like it's not really a common thing. So thank you. So like, what is something you're most proud of, like aside from opening SBM?
So in terms of my personal life, I'm proud to be married with two children because you know something, my children were not, I was not married, nor my children were born when I opened SBAM. So then 2005, it was, it took time before that process happened. So I'm very proud to have a family. Um, and they are a part of this entire journey with me. So that makes me proud.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into some other stuff. Mrs. Lee, when you're not busy being SBAN's principal and founder, what are you doing during your free time?
Whew, that is a lot of information. I will gladly share it because there's a lot of different things. So one is I am in a doctoral program. So that's like the highest level of education beyond like your master's degree. And I am studying at Teachers College, Columbia University, with a focus in what's called adult learning as one of the disciplines and education policy. So it's soon I will be Dr. Rashawn Altley, and I'm looking forward to that. And I can have an opportunity to do more research and partner with different organizations throughout. I also now that's more academic, right? That's, I finished my coursework and now I'm writing what's called a dissertation. And I also love the spa. If I can go to the spa every single week, I would go. That's something that I love to do. I love adventure sports. And it's something, I don't think, no, you weren't in the school. I went skydiving before. That was like the bravest thing I've done. I know I see your faces. I love those types of adventure sports. I love being, with my family. I like to read in my spare time. I really like that. I like to exercise. One of my favorite things to do is what's called CrossFit. So I like to do those things. And, I like to dance, have fun. And those things really bring smiles to my face. And I'm trying to get back into writing. I used to write a lot, but now it's more focused on school for my doctoral degree. But I definitely, I think that pretty much covers. And I'm very active in my church.
I feel like when people think of principals, they don't think like they do anything fun. They just think they work, work, work. So this is just good to know that you do other things other than like work and stuff that has to do with like education.
Yes. And I forgot about traveling. I know COVID put a damper on that a little bit, but I love to travel. Meet new people and learn about new cultures.
That's so good. So, like, do you have any secret talents? And if you do, what are they?
I do play the violin. Don't ask me to pick it up now, though, because I haven't practiced in a while. But I know once I pick it up, I know my notes, and the sound will not be as crisp because I don't practice on a regular basis. And what else? So I created a framework called PRICE, and I know SGA scholars know you've heard of it before. And I think I like to say I'm like a woman of acronyms because it helps me to think about things and organize my thoughts. So I guess I can identify that as a secret talent of mine.
Thank you.
When you've had a really long day, what is your comfort food?
Cupcakes. I love cupcakes. There's I don't know if you're familiar with the Hostess cake. It's like orange cake and it has the swirls. It's like a white swirl on it. Oh my gosh, those Hostess cupcakes are so good. And honey barbecue cheese doodles. I love those. They sell it at the bodega on the corner.
Okay. So, like, do you cook? And if you do cook, like, is there a specialty that you make for your family or for friends or like a cookout?
Yes, I do cook. I cook all different types of food. I love to make, because my family loves this, salmon teriyaki with jasmine rice and bok choy. And also, they love, this is just like a common food in terms of spaghetti. But the way I make it, I put cheese in it and a lot of different seasonings. And we have that with creamed corn and pasta. So either the angel hair pasta or the regular spaghetti. And yeah, among many things, those are some of what my family, they tell me that they like to eat.
The spaghetti, that sounds good. I can't say the same for that salmon teriyaki. I'm not a fan of fish.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if you're not a fan of fish, then
Yeah.
that wouldn't be the choice.
Okay. I'm gonna try and fit in as many questions as I can so we can learn as much as possible.
Sure.
What
Thank
what
you.
sports team do you cheer for?
You know what? I haven't really cheered for a sports team in a while. Back in the day, when the Knicks had like John Starks, and, like those players, and the Knicks used to be a really um, one of my teams. It's so funny because in my household, I have two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother, and my younger brother really liked the Bulls. And at that time, the Chicago Bulls and the New York Knicks, they were always at it, and everyone else in the house really liked the New York Knicks. So I was a Knicks fan, and I cheer for my college, Syracuse University, whether it be basketball or football. I am into college sports, and I always follow my alma mater.